Good afternoon. Are you ready to travel with us? Well, close your eyes and come along as we walk up through the sky tunnel. I put the palm of my hand on the side on the wood on the side of the sky tunnel as we walk up, as it makes me feel like I'm really there. I'm really walking away from Earth, walking into the imaginary treeness of the sky tunnel. And I want to explain something as I follow Jesus up the tunnel. And it's that, like last time when I seen the log cabin, I didn't tell you that there was trees around it and the trees were green and all that. I really expect you to, I don't have time. I'm limited to like 15 minutes. And so I'm hoping that you, when I talk about something, you can use your imagination and fill in. That would be the best thing to do. Fill in the colors and fill in what you're seeing. Because each of us might see the world a little bit different. And this, we're seeing a world with just our mind, and it's not necessarily easy to explain. So I try to, I don't have, what I'm trying to say is I don't have time to describe everything we're looking at. I can describe better when I'm writing. But this, I wanted you to come with us on this traveling to other planets. And so we have reached the top, and Jesus looks at us and he smiles. I don't know what he has in store for us today, but we're going to follow him off. We take one step through the willowy curtain of, say, purple air, and there we go. We step off of it, and that's why I was thinking of purple. We're standing on purple. Okay, purple fauna. It's like bushes, like little bushes, and they're purple, sort of a dark purple. We're walking through them. It's like a field of brush. I don't see no tall trees right now. And we're following Jesus. We're floating literally, but I mean we are walking. We're walking forward. I'm getting acclimated, and I look up at the sky, and that's sort of it's a tinge of purple also, with a weird looking sun. Oh my, wow. It's like the sun's like a orangish yellow against this purple. That's strange. I see some dark clouds floating in the sky too. So maybe we're at night, or we're on a world that has a wildly different kind of sun than we have. And we go forward, and I do see some green. This is a little bit taller. I see leaves, but they're like purple on one side and green on the other. Huge leaves, larger. I would say a couple feet long, and they're growing on stalks, which is very Earth-like. So we keep walking, and we go through some. These are some taller weeds. They're tall, probably about my height. They're still brush. We're still walking through bushes, so to speak. They don't look ordered. They don't look planted. They look natural. And we come across some water. There's a stream. The stream is reflecting the purple, the light purple of the sky. It's very beautiful. There's rocks, there's water, there's a stream. And we walk up the stream away. It's clear by the stream. There isn't no, the fauna is very low to the ground here by the stream, as though it's been cleared out. And there's some people. There's a person, and the person kind of looks at us, and it turns and it goes the other way. It's seen us, and I think it's afraid. I don't think I've ever come across that before, where somebody was afraid of us. So we walk across the stream, and we follow the person that sort of ran through the bushes. And we come to a village, And maybe Jesus will help us be invisible so we don't frighten people, but there's a number of people in this village, and it's a, I would say like an old-fashioned village made out of a lot of them big fat leaves that I was describing, and the stalks, and it's really kind of beautiful. Green and purple coming down from like roofs. I would say they're like a hut, like a straw hut, but they're not made out of straw. They're made out of these green fronds. Call them fronds, and it's really beautiful. And I see some white flowers, white, almost like lily-like, huge, really, very huge. And they seem to be, they're like they're like on the huts. They're like, or maybe growing up the side. Maybe the flowers are growing up the side. And there's people walking around. Let's look at the people. That one was afraid, but now no one else seems to be afraid of us. They're not noticing us. Maybe Jesus made us more invisible so that they can't detect us. And there's a lady cooking. And I would say that these people live something like hunter-gatherer. In fact, most of the world we've been to, people are what we would call primitive. But they're very happy. I mean, I don't see any distress. I don't even see any hard work going on. I see a lady cooking, stirring something in a pot. But let's look at her. Her hair is dark and it's long and it's tied in back, and her skin is tinged. It's like a whitish, but it's tinged like the sky. I don't get it. She's sort of, is she purple? She's white with purple shading. Is this because of the sky or because of the air, or I don't know. She's wearing, it looks like, I would say a tunic of some type. She's wearing, a tunic with clothes. It's got a top and like a skirt. She's squatting with her legs. She's by this pot and giving it a big stir. There's other people around. There's children. There's some children running, walking. One child is sitting there watching her stir the pot, and it's sitting there with its legs folded. So these people are very humanoid. Now, let me look at the child. He's sort of purple too. So I wonder, it must be the sun. Maybe it's a quality of the sun that makes these people different shades of purple. Very, very lightly tinged, very light skin, but very lightly tinged with maybe the air's purple. And so the other people, there's a man, and he's wearing. I would think he's wearing that looks sort of a yellowish, but it's sort of dark. Everything seems dark, like as if it's uh, you know, like as if it's dusk or something. And maybe it is. I don't know, but I suspect not. I suspect that these people are really tinged in this color purple. And there's somebody coming out of a tent, like one of the huts, and it's this man is very dark purple. Maybe he's painted his face or something, because he's the one that saw us, and he's pushing something at us. He detects us. That's what it is. He didn't see us. He detects that we are present, and he's trying to shove something at us, like we're dangerous. And I'm sorry we're bothering these people, and they stop what they're doing and they look at. He's like a medicine man. He's the mayor of this little tiny village or something, but he detects us. He has a perception. So I think we better leave. I see sort of a few animals also, but they don't seem bothered by us. Only this one man. and he's got long hair, long, it's going over his shoulders. It's really a deep black, and he's got big eyebrows. Uh, his face looks sort of normal, just a sort of a purplish tinge of normal, but he's angry. He's like he's trying to ward us off, like we're evil or something. So we turn and we just kind of leave. We got to get out of here. It isn't fair to these people to make them frightened. And everybody else just kind of they're looking at their leader. They're not looking at us. They don't detect us. The couple men, are they like standing at attention, like what's the matter? So anyhow, this is the first time I've ever encountered this, but we're going to leave. So we step out of the village very quickly, and we get back to the water, the stream of water, and we leave. I step back home, and Jesus suggests that he agrees that we need to leave. We don't travel to disturb people. So that would be the end of today's trip, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I didn't see any grass. I might have just missed it. There's maybe the ground is dirt or sand. I'm not sure. It was dark, but I liked the flowers. But I didn't see a lot of colorful flowers, and maybe it's the quality of the sun, and maybe I'm used to our sun, so I see things in a certain way. All right. Well, anyhow, I have to say goodbye now. I'm getting back in my chair, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And goodbye.